So what's the primary difference between a vector graphic and pixels? Let's head over and take a look, shall we? So we've got a pretty impressive looking photo painting here created by Leonardo da Vinci. And you can tell that it's been painted, but if I zoom in a little bit, if I can actually click on this, zoom in a fraction, you can see the paint. But as we keep heading in, you begin to see that this painting is actually made up of individual pixels. I'll grab the hand tool and just move around a little bit, and literally each square is made up of pixels. And if I zoom out kind of slowly, you'll see the image will start to build as I move away. And that's basically how a photograph will work, not necessarily a painting or a drawing. Let's move you off to the side and we'll drop the size of this down. So just in its very basic form, images are made up of square pixels because that's just how a computer screen works. And you can see how the pixels are like that. They often call it a rasterized image. And here's a few examples of rasterized images. You probably know of JPEGs because they come out of generally a camera and often a lot of the internet-based things. GIFs or GIFs and PNGs. A vector is often a lot smoother, and that is simply because it's a different type of graphic. For a start, I can actually manipulate this by just putting my mouse near the lines. I'm actually in Animate at the moment. I can pop it over here, click away and move it out, but I can also heal this to some extent. Now, if I make any changes to a photograph and I make it bigger, smaller, resize it, scale it, it starts to lose quality and it'll get worse and worse over time. Where with something like this, I can make whatever changes I like to it. I can delete something out of here. I can rebuild it. And that's primarily because these are drawn mathematically, which also makes the files a whole lot smaller. So fundamentally, that's kind of the difference between vectors and pixels, is how they're created. Vectors you'll find in programs like Animate, which I'm using now in Illustrator, but we'll take a look at a few other programs, a few of them that will be freely available over time. But as you can see, anyway, that's the end, and we will stop.